Did you know that 2013 was the year that Mississippi officially abolished slavery by ratifying the 13th Amendment?
No, I didn't know that.
And what are your opinions on this?
I'm just kind of shocked that it was not till 2013 that they abolished it.
Did you know that 2013 was the year that Mississippi officially abolished slavery by ratifying the 13th Amendment?
2013?
Yes.
I think it was a bit earlier than 2013.
Did you know that 12.5 million people of African descent were forcibly taken from their home to plantations across America?
I didn't know there was 12.5 million, but I knew it was way too many.
Did you know that 12.5 million people were taken from Africa and enslaved in America?
I knew that the slaves were brought here, but I had no idea the number was that high.
And what's your opinion on this?
Slavery is one of the most horrible things that anybody's ever thought of, and in so many ways, myself and so many people are embarrassed that our country had slaves. I think it's a horrible thing, and I think that there's got to be a way that at some point in time our country can help make this right, because this is something that has really just been a horrible thing for generations.
Did you know that 1793 was the year that Congress passed the first Fugitive Slave Act, which made it a crime to help an enslaved person who had escaped?
Yes.
And what's your opinion on this?
Because I don't believe that anybody should be held and owned by any other human. I don't agree with it. And I know that during this time, it was somebody else decided to do this and everyone kind of went along with it. But I do not agree with it whatsoever.
Did you know that 1793 was the year that Congress passed the first Fugitive Slave Act, which made it a crime to help an enslaved person who had escaped?
Yes, I slightly remember that from our history class.
And what's your opinion on this?
It must have been a really awful time for the people that had to go against their morals of helping others and being fair to others.
Based on the answers that we received from the various adults I've interviewed, I can conclude that anything that relates to slavery nowadays doesn't make sense to us at all, whereas it did back then. When I interviewed these people, they had me repeat the question various times because they didn't believe that what I was saying was actually a fact the first time. In conclusion, this just shows that a lot of stuff that happened in times very long ago just doesn't make sense these days. Their morals and what they thought was right isn't the same for what we think nowadays.